For today's video, I'm going to be talking about going on a trip. I'm about to go to California. Now, by the time I upload this, I'll be back home. So, if you're a psycho and you're going to come try to steal my dog, I'm home, so don't even bother. Okay, I'm going on a trip, and I recently saw this really cool packing video on Juicy Star 07, and I took her ideas and I tweaked them and changed them up a little bit. And I absolutely think she's really onto something. So I wanted to share it with you as well, but I will link her video below. Now, the next video I'm going to do is on my packing, but this one today is on making a list for your trip. Back years ago when Scott and I started going to Paris, the very first time we went, we were really worried about forgetting something important. So I went on my computer and I made a list of everything we were going to try to remember to take, and but it was very specific to Paris. Like, it had stuff like the passports. Did you copy off the code to the apartment building? They send us that the week before. Do you have that with you? Do you have your Paris travel book? Do you have your corkscrew? There's certain things we learned that we need every single trip. So each time I would come home, I would tweak the list a little bit of what did we really want that we didn't have. You know, did you have your converters for the electricity? All that kind of thing. So that worked great. Every year I'd print it out and we'd pack, and we very rarely forgot anything. So I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, why don't I do that for every trip? Why don't I make a generic list that's not so Paris specific? And you could use it every time you're going on a trip. You just print it out and take it to your bedroom and pack. And that way you don't forget anything. There's certain things that I tend to forget on regular trips. They would be things like pajamas. I always forget my pajamas. I don't know why I do that. I have no idea. I forget my razor. Something else I forget that really bugs me is I like to have lounging clothes, like yoga pants and a tank top or something for when you come in and you don't want to put on your pajamas, which I don't even have, and you just want to lounge in the hotel room. You don't want to keep your jeans on. You know what I'm saying? So so that's now on my list. That's why I made this list, because I hate forgetting things. I just hate it. Okay. And I don't want to, when I'm on a vacation, you know, you're already spending a lot of money to be on vacation. You don't want to have to go to Walgreens and spend $30 on your first day because you forgot certain things you have to have, right? Okay. Now, I took all the Paris stuff off my list and made it generic. Now, this is for mainly a plane trip, okay? A few things on here would be more for a car trip, but mainly a plane trip. Now, here's my list. It's 2 pages long. The first thing on the list, now I'm going to print this list out about 3 days before I go on my trip. The first thing on my list are things I want to remember a couple days before the trip. Okay, things like choose your suitcase. Are you going to pack? Are you going to carry on your suitcase? Or are you going to check it? That makes a big difference in how you're thinking about packing. Check the weather where you're going. Specifically for us, I have make plans for the dog, stop the mail, and something else I like to do a couple days before the trip is charge everything. Charge my cameras, well, mainly my cameras, because I'm always charging my cell phone, but charge everything up that you're going to take. Also on here, is there anything you need to take to the cleaners? You better do it now because you're not going to have time the night before the trip. Another thing is a hostess gift. I was visiting my aunt and uncle before Christmas, and I wanted to get a hostess gift to take to them, you know, for letting us stay at their house. But then that morning that we're going to drive away, I'm running to Target to buy something, you know, at the last minute. So I have this on a couple days before in case I'm visiting someone, and that's what I want to do is take them something. Okay, that's just this first part of it. Okay. Then I have clothes listed, and I have on here pajamas, lounging clothes, bathing suit, the things you tend to forget on a trip, okay? Then I have toiletries. All the things that I like to have with me on a trip are listed here. I also have Ziploc written on here to remind me to get my Ziploc bag for my carry-on for my liquids. Medicine, perfume, jewelry, things I tend to forget. Purse, which purse do I want on the trip? It's going to be different than my big carry-on purse on the plane. See if there's anything else unusual. A hat, if you want to take a hat, all your connectors for all those things you're charging, make sure you pack your connectors. Again, chargers, all those kinds of things. And then the next page has, what do I want to have in my carry-on? So I have everything listed I want to have in my carry-on. I want my headphones. Like, I dig through. Do I need my US Air headphones, my American Airlines headphones, my Delta head, you know, I get the ones I need so I don't have to pay for them on the plane. Reading material, snacks, gum, my readers, my boarding pass that I've printed out. Make sure I have my ID, my cash, my debit card, my credit card if I'm taking one, and a cell phone. That's in my carry-on bag. Then out the door is my next category, and that's because this is going to be sitting on my bathroom counter the morning I'm leaving on my trip. Out the door. Okay, air conditioning units. I need to go upstairs and turn that one off and fix the one downstairs where it won't come on very often. Why waste electricity? Which lights do I want to leave on? Did I lock all the doors? Close the garage, and that's it. Okay, so that is it took me about an hour to think this through and do it, but now I have it forever and I don't have to think about it anymore. Now, page 3 of that list that I'm not going to print out very often is right here. It's got 3 categories, and it could be more if I think of a different kind of a trip I'm going to go on. Maybe a ski trip. I don't have that on here because we don't go snow skiing anymore. But on here is Paris or overseas. I printed real specific things for Paris. They're on this list because they're very specific to Paris or overseas. Then I have a little list under beach. We usually go to the beach for a week in the summer, but we drive. Well, there's certain things we cannot forget when we're going to the beach house. The beach chairs, the beach umbrella, binoculars so we can look at the dolphins, the sand digger to put the umbrella in so it doesn't blow away. Those kinds of things are listed for the beach. Then my third very specific category is Disney. There's very specific things we want to have at Disney. Did we remember our passes? Do I remember to grab my crossbody bag purse so I just have my little purse with just my phone and a credit card in it? Print out the opening and closing times for the different parks so you have that with you so you don't have to try to find it. The parade times. These things are kind of hard to find somewhere. Sometimes when you're in the park, you don't know. And if you miss it, you've missed it. Like if the fireworks are at 8 o'clock, you need to be there at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Anyway, that's specifically for Disney. So this is my packing list, permanent, saved on my computer, super easy. And my next video is going to be on the actual packing from the video that I told you about from Juicy Star 07. I'm going to link that on my next video. So I hope this helps you if you like to be organized when you go on a trip.